Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bible Together. We are together,
We are.
and
We're
I'm
always together.
happy for it. Uh, Sorry we missed last week. We just didn't have time, unfortunately. It sounds terrible to say that, right? Like we're trying to make time.
Yeah.
Uh, I was in Canada for a couple days, and so it just kind of bumped some things around. But we're happy to be back today. We're looking at Joshua chapter 12 and 13, right?
Yes, I think so.
Um,
12's pretty short.
we've moved some things around, so it may all be a little. We may be shuffling and fidgeting a lot because we're trying to get used to it. So, but now we get to look at each other, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Um, if you are new or joining us for the first time from our church or something like that, we are Captain Ian and Brittany Carr. We are the pastors and administrators for the Salvation Army here on the northwest side of Houston, and we like to talk about the Bible.
Yeah. We do.
We do a Bible study in the mornings on Tuesdays, and this Tuesday was Genesis 15. And I got home on Monday night, and we talked through the exciting parts of Bible study for like a while.
Before Bible study.
Mhm. And so we enjoy talking about the Bible. We like to bring that to people and show them that studying the Bible can just be as fun as like just reading through it and going, "Oh, look what I noticed."
Mhm.
So this week we're looking at Genesis 15, and there's a point at the beginning where God comes to Abram in a vision, and there's a point where God sort of puts Abram into like a deep sleep,
Mhm.
an unnatural sleep. And I always put those two things together, like the whole chapter was in that second state. And I was noticed preparing for like the 100th time for this chapter, for this group, for this week. Those are two very different encounters. Like they're the same time, but they're different types. The vision is different than the darkness.
Yeah.
So yeah, we like to talk about it because we find new things all the time. Um,
Yeah, that's fun.
who knows what today brings?
Well, it's always surprising, right? Even though you've gone through the Bible several times, there's always something new. There's always something that you didn't see before, you didn't notice before.
And sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's like life changing.
Yeah.
And everywhere in between. And sometimes you realize, oh, haven't been doing that right.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think you should in a way you should expect that because you're learning and you're growing. And if you don't ever find a point where you're not having those thoughts of like, oh man, I haven't been doing that right, or not that, then you're not growing, right?
yeah. So this is how we grow. We like to talk about it together.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
can tell
with
you
other people when you can.
basically daily where my wife is at in her devotions because every morning she regales me with what she's been working through, which is always interesting.
Yeah, but you're not awake yet.
No. And I was very sad to finish that guy this morning. It's a short book, but it's really interesting.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm in Chronicles, and it's more interesting than you think.
mhm.
Not that it's not interesting, but sometimes it's hard.
Yeah. So, anyways, our kind of, I think our goal with this is just to make the Bible more tangible.
Mm.
Like, you don't have to be a Bembridge scholar,
Mm.
which is an interesting reference.
Yeah. Why? Pembridge, is that from The Mummy?
Yeah, 100%. That's the untouchable like accolade, right?
Mm.
Just life experience gets her that far. Um, you don't have to be like a Nobel laureate
Right.
to understand that God's talking to you through
Mhm.
the word. And so that's always our goal together, and we have fun with it. Hopefully you do too.
Yes.
And so we would always encourage you to find somebody to do this with. If you're interested in finding a church home and people to do this with, try coming to our church. We'd love to have you. And there may be somebody who's interested in just diving into the word together with you.
Absolutely.
And if you go to our church and you don't have somebody, find somebody. Talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at Joshua, not Genesis. Joshua,
Right. Joshua.
chapter 12. These are the kings east of the Jordan River who had been killed by the Israelites and whose land was taken. Their territory extended from the Arnon Gorge to Mount Hermon and included all the land east of the Jordan Valley. I don't think I've ever heard that name before. Arnon Gorge.
I think I have.
I don't think I've ever noticed it.
Yeah.
King Sihon of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon, was defeated. His kingdom included Aroer on the edge of the Arnon Gorge and extended from the middle of the Arnon Gorge to the Jabbok River, which serves as a border for the Ammonites. This territory included the southern half of the territory of Gilead. Sihon also controlled the Jordan Valley and regions to the east, from as far north as the Sea of Galilee to as far south as the Dead Sea, including the road to Beth Jeshimoth. There's a hyphen there in my Bible.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was because it was the end of the line or not.
Oh, verse 3.
Doesn't matter. Makes it interesting to say across two lines. And southward to the slopes of Pisgah. King Og of Bashan, the last of the Rephaites, lived at Ashtaroth and Edrei. He ruled the territory stretching from Mount Hermon to the Selecah in the north to all of Bashan in the east, and westward to the borders of the kingdoms of Geshur and Maacah. This territory included the northern half of Gilead, as far as the boundary of the king Sihon of Heshbon. Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the Israelites had destroyed the people of King Sihon and King Og. And Moses gave their land as a possession to the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and a half-tribe of Manasseh. The following is a list of the kings that Joshua and the Israelite armies defeated on the west side of the Jordan, from Baal Gad in the valley of Lebanon to Mount Halak, which leads up to Seir. Joshua gave this land to the tribes of Israel as their possession, including the hill country of the western foothills of the Jordan Valley and the mountain slopes of the Judean wilderness and the Negev. The people who lived in the region were Hittites, and the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. These are the kings Israel defeated. Here we go. The king of Jericho, the king of Ai near Bethel, the king of Jerusalem, the king of Hebron, the king of Jarmuth, the king of Lachish, the king of Eglon, the king of Gezer, the king of Debir, the king of Geder, the king of Hormah, the king of Arad, the king of Libnah, the king of Adullam, the king of Makkedah, the king of Bethel, the king of Tappuah, the king of Hepher, the king of Aphek, the king of Lasharon, the king of Madon, the king of Hatzor, the king of Shimron Meron, the king of Ekshphaf, the king of Tanakh, the king of Megiddo, the king of Kadesh, the king of Jokneam in Carmel, the king of Dor in the town of Naphoth Dor, the king of Goyim in Gilgal, the king of Tirzah. In all, 31 kings were defeated. Do we want to discuss any of that?
Honestly, nothing jumps out at me really,
Okay.
other than like if I had a map, then I could understand.
I do feel like we should pull up a map at some point.
I just found some cool maps.
Yeah, I
just-
want you to. We'll pull those up and put them on here
Oh, okay.
in a minute. I just wanted to look at, because we're in Genesis 15 in Bible study right now.
Okay.
Um,
Who's distracted now by the monitor?
I'm trying to get you to be distracted by it.
What? What do I need to be?
Not. It says that the land that God is going to give to Abram as his descendants is occupied now by the Kenites, Kenizzites, Cadmonites, Hittites, Perizzites, Rephaites, Amorites, Canaanites, Girgashites, and Jebusites, which,
Where are we looking?
in Genesis 15,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end of Joshua 13, or before the list, it says the people who lived in this region were the Hittites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites.
Oh. Is that the same list?
Very similar. There's a couple extras in Genesis 15. The Kenites, Kenizzites, and Cadmonites are not in that list in Genesis and Joshua. That's interesting that we're just in that spot. So in Genesis 15, God says there'll be 400 years and then 4 generations, period of time between,
Oh, yes.
right? So like
Yes.
we read this morning in Bible study,
Mhm.
and this afternoon we're reading 400 years later.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Mm, that's awesome. Um, no, just a lot of really interesting things have been happening in our core lately. Um,
Yeah.
just this past Sunday was just such a phenomenal day. The spirit moving and working, and even with people that came today for Bible study. Someone just called me. They got home from Bible study, which just finished an hour or so ago, with amazing news. I don't want to share it because it's their news, but
We've been celebrating answered prayer from Sunday.
yeah.
So we celebrated a great service of prayer, like not intentional. We had
Mhm.
a great service. Um, and like a lot of people left. The spirit is here,
And they're still
and they
talking about
felt
it
it. And they're
though.
still talking about it. And since then, 2 days, not even, we come back together a full day and a bit later,
Yeah.
and we're celebrating multiple answers to prayer, very specific prayers, very weighty burdens from that Sunday.
Yeah. And I think God's trying to show us something, that he's trying, not just us, but every single person.
Are we the end of a 400-year generational gap?
No,
Oh,
that's not what he's trying to show us. I'm here and I'm going to help you.
still here.
What a wild leap that was.
So here's an interesting thing. So the Israelites seem to they tarry a lot, right? Like they're
Mm,
not always the best at following God.
right,
Now, big asterisk. We only get the highlights. There's hundreds of years that are covered in very brief chapters and books of the Bible.
right,
And so where it feels like they're just constantly rebelling immediately after, like there is time passing.
right.
They're probably about as faithful as we are.
Yes.
Um, but it seems like they're always running off. Um, oh yeah. And so I was just like, Sunday felt really good. Could tell that God was doing something, Spirit was moving. And we reflect on that and we were very happy about it.
Hmm.
But I think what it highlights is if the Israelites had focused on the fact that God was in their town, like he's in the temple, he's in the tabernacle, he's present, and
Hmm.
that's something to celebrate, just the mere presence of God. He may not be doing miracles in front of them, he may not be, but he's just there.
Right.
If they had been more cognizant of that, like more focused on that, would they ever have gotten as far down the beaten path as they did? And for us, when we look back and go, look at what an amazing, well, what about the ones before that? God was there too. What are we waiting for? How do we maintain that like
How do you
awareness going
how do
into the
you
next ones?
stay close to God? You have to keep drawing close to him.
But I think people look for, it's weird, right? People look for signs of God. They don't look for God.
Right.
This has nothing to do with Joshua.
No, but it's interesting. And I do think people very often forget. It's it's only when you come into crisis, I think, that you truly like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? And then, God's reaching out to you. He's always reaching out to you. And you remember and you do draw close. And it's in that time that you see God move and work. But then you have another,
That's the
you
pattern.
have like the highs and lows, the highs and lows. How do you stay like, "Mm, I think it's more like this though. How there's always more. How can you go up and up and up and up and up and up? It's endurance. It's you do have to do your devotions. You do have to talk to him every day, throughout the day. It's talking to others about what you're studying.
So, flip side, we've had a good weekend in church.
Mm-hmm.
Had a good time last night with the Salvation Army 101. Good conversation. Um, we've seen God answer prayer. What usually comes next?
The drop? No, there can't be a drop.
Not because we are neglectful or apathetic, but because usually there's something to try to push you over.
Oh, so you mean like...
Yeah, whenever you see God move, you should bolster yourself for this to see
Oh,
the
yeah.
devil move
Yeah,
too.
you're right. We should bolster ourselves now. Because that's when... But we won't expect a drop. I think this is...
I'm not saying expect a drop. I'm
No,
saying
I know.
defend against an
Yes,
attack.
that we do need to defend ourselves.
Best offense, right?
But what we read this morning from
Mhm.
15, that God was Moses's... Abram. It was Abram. He was his shield. That was the word. He was his shield. And he will be our shield too.
Everything from this chapter forward in Genesis is kind of downhill, by the way.
Why are you talking about downhill?
Sorry, I just dawned on me that this is like the last giant victory in the book of Genesis until Joseph, which is sad. Oh, I
To
guess
see if there's
the
something against
sacrifice of
that.
Isaac and all that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Pretty high point.
Yeah.
Anywho, Joshua.
Oh, about this chapter?
Yeah.
We want to look at the maps?
We can. It'll take me a second to pull it up. If you want to read through the next bit.
The next...
Yeah, you'll have to do it on there and then swipe along as you go.
Oh, okay.
So chapter...
Do you have the website? Did I send it to you? For the map? Or are you just going to find your maps?
I was going to find the one you showed me, but I don't remember the URL.
Yeah, that's why I've got to send it to you. Because I only just showed it to you this morning.
Yeah, I know. When I looked at it, trying to I made a point of, that's the website. I can Google that.
It's knowingthebible.net.
That one.
/Bible/Bible. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm saying those words right. I don't know if it's slash or hyphen.
I'll find it. All right.
/.
The next chapter begins.
I don't want to read this way.
Kind of have to if you're going to swipe along with it.
Okay. When Joshua was an old man, the Lord said to him, You are growing old. Sorry. And much land remains to be conquered. This is the territory that remains, all the regions of the Philistines and the Geshurites, and the larger territory of the Canaanites, extending from the stream of Shihor on the border of Egypt northward to the boundary of Ekron. It includes the territory of the 5 Philistine rulers of Gaza, Ashdod, Ashkelon, Gath, and Ekron. The land of the Avites in the south also remains to be conquered. In the north, the following area has not yet been conquered. All the land of the Canaanites, including Mira, which belongs to the Sidonians, stretching northward to Aphek on the border of the Amorites. The land of the Gebalites, all of the Lebanon mountain area to the east, from Baal Gad below Mount Hermon to Lebo Hamath, and all the hill country from Lebanon to Misrephoth Maim, including all the land of the Sidonians. I myself will drive these people out of the land ahead of the Israelites, so be sure to give this land to Israel as a special possession, just as I have commanded you. Include all this territory as Israel's possession when you divide this land, among the 9 tribes and the half-tribe of Manasseh. Half the tribe of Manasseh and the tribes of Reuben and Gad had already received their grants of land on the east side of the Jordan, for Moses the servant of the Lord had previously assigned this land to them. Their territory extended from Aroer on the edge of the Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge. That's interesting. to the plain beyond Medeba, as far as Dibon. It also included all the towns of King Sihon of the Amorites, who had reigned in the Heshbon and extended as far as the borders of Ammon. It included Gilead.
Mm,
I don't know why I want to say Gilead. Do some people say that?
not my
It's
question.
Gilead, right? The territory of the kingdoms of Gesher and Ma'akah, all of the Mount Hermon, all of Bashan, as far as Selekah, and all the territory of the king Og of Bashan, or Bashan, however you say it, who had reigned in Ashtaroth and Edrei. King Og was the last of the Rephaites, for Moses had attacked them and driven them out. But the Israelites failed to drive out the people of Gesher and Ma'akah, so they continued to live among the Israelites to this day. Moses did not assign any allotment of land to the tribe of Levi. Instead, as the Lord had promised them, their allotment came from the offerings burned on the altar to the Lord, the God of Israel. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Reuben. Their territory extended from Aroer on the edge of the Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge. Did I? I feel like I've just read this.
I feel like you did as well.
Am I? No, it's repeated
Hmm.
for some reason. To the plain beyond Medeba. It included Heshbon and the other towns on the plain, Dibon, Bamath, Baal, Beth Baal, Maon, Jahaz, Kedemoth, Mephat, Kiriath-Thaim, Sibma, Sereth, Shahar on the hill above the valley, Beth Peor, the slopes of Pisgah, and Beth Jeshimoth. The land of Reuben also included all the towns of the plain and the entire kingdom of Sihon. Sihon was the Amorite king who had reigned in Heshbon and was killed by Moses along with the leaders of Midian, Evi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, princes living in the region who were allied with Sihon. The Israelites had also killed Balaam, son of Beor, who used magic to tell the future. The Jordan River marked the western boundary for the tribe of Reuben. The towns and their surrounding villages in this area were given as the homeland to the clans of the tribe of Reuben. Moses had assigned the following area to the clans of the tribe of Gad. Their territory included Jazer, all the towns of Gilead, and half of the land of Ammon, as far as the town of Aroer, just west of Rabbah. It extended from Heshbon to Ramath Mizpeh and Beronim, from Manhanaim to the territory of Lo-Dabar. In the valley were Beth Haram, Beth Nimrah, Sukkoth, Zaphon, and the rest of the kingdom of King Sihon and Heshbon. The western boundary ran along the Jordan River, extended as far north as the tip of the Sea of Galilee, and then returned eastward. The towns and their surrounding villages in this area were given as a homeland to the clans of the tribe of Gad. Moses assigned the following area to the clans of the half-tribe of Manasseh. Their territory extended from Manhanaim, including all of Bashan, all the former kingdom of King Og, and the 60 towns of Jair and Bashan. It also included half of Gilead and King Og's royal cities of Ashtaroth, Edrei. All this was given to the clans of the descendants of Machir, who was Manasseh's son. These are the allotments Moses had made while he was on the plains of Moab, across the Jordan River, east of Jericho. But Moses gave no allotment of land to the tribe of Levi, for the Lord, the God of Israel, had promised that he himself would be their allotment. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you make me read that because of all of these names of places?
I didn't make you do anything.
Aw.
I was on a hunt for maps for you, my dear.
I told you the place.
I know. Okay. So a lot of people get land
Mm-hmm.
as they conquer around. So I've got these pulled up. It's not like a great way of doing this, unfortunately, where I can control. I want to hide this, but it just won't let
Oh,
me.
you can't zoom in? Can I do it over here?
Nope.
Oh, sorry.
I can zoom in and just Toolbar's annoying.
Oh, okay.
So, anywho, yeah, this is Israel. What do we want to know about? This is the tribal allotment under the rule of Joshua that we just read. That's what this map is supposed to show.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. So yeah, Jerusalem here.
Also, you know how earlier when we were looking at this last night and we saw that Simeon was down there? I
Yeah,
think we
that was
confused
this
it.
morning, by the way.
Oh, it was this morning?
Yeah.
That was a while ago.
We literally looked at
think
this map this morning.
I know. Because we were thinking about later when Israel splits to the northern and southern kingdom, and then we were wondering, or I was wondering, what happens after that. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller, like the country itself. And we had said, and I had said that when it does become the southern kingdom only, because the northern one gets taken over by Babylon first, and then it's just gone, right?
Yeah.
And I found, because I'm in Chronicles and I've just been through Kings, I found this really handy handout that tells you about each of the kings and whether or not they followed God. And no one in the northern kingdom ever followed God with their heart or even remotely in anything like correctly as far as the law goes, because even from the beginning, the northern kingdom set up calves to worship, got rid of the priests, said anybody could be a priest. And anyways, but this morning we had said, I had said there were 5 tribes that were loyal, and all of them moved down to the south. But Manasseh, which is up there. Oh, you've switched to a different one.
Oh, sorry, I switched to the one you were talking about.
Well, Manasseh was in
northern,
its
southern
area
kingdom.
was in the northern area.
Yeah, it's
but all of Manasseh and Ephraim came down to the south of Judah, to be a part of Judah.
So all this.
They gave up.
All this.
They gave up everything and came south just so that they could worship the Lord properly. And I think I confused Simeon with Levi because they had no land allotment.
Right.
So
Simeon apparently also doesn't get much of anything.
Yeah, because there's. Why don't they have, like, even here in this map, they don't have like a proper
I don't know. He probably
section of their own. They're all just scattered out.
insulted Jacob or something. Let's see.
Why? They just don't have. Maybe they're just because they're too. It's kind of interesting when you think about. I was just thinking of the brothers and Simeon being the one that was in Joseph's house, but I don't think that has anything to do with Judah, right?
I don't think I follow at all.
I know. I'm sorry. It's in my head, and I can't quite vocalize what I'm trying to say. Oh, because. Yep, never mind. I'm just having my own thoughts here. I'm going to keep them to myself because they're scattered and disorganized.
Take a while to.
It'll come to me later. Sorry, everyone.
I'll hear about it tomorrow morning. Don't worry.
Not your fault. I'll move on.
Yeah. So there's not a whole lot going on in this chapter. What we see is a big response to a big like, all right, God has promised Abraham for years and promised Isaac for years, Jacob for years. Descendants would take the land, and now it's happened. We did the 400 years in slavery. We did the 40 years in the wilderness. Moses did everything he could, knocked off. Joshua took over, and bibbity bobbity boop, we have the nation of Israel set up. It's an interesting thing. The land, the way that it's spread out is fascinating to me. Excuse me, sorry, I hit a wall.
Well, rivers. When I'm looking at this map, rivers are all of the borders basically for
Yeah.
each area. It
So,
talked about Error and the Arnon River. Those are those rivers go clear across their territory,
mhm.
which is, I think, why they list all of these.
Yeah, so the Arno River's down here for Reuben
Mhm.
on the eastern side of the Dead Sea
That town, they said there was a town on the
in the
gorge,
gorge,
in the
in
gorge
the
or
middle of
on.
the
It
gorge,
said
right?
on the plateau. Where was that?
Oh, I thought because you read once it was on either side of the gorge and in the gorge, and I was like, why is there a town
In
in
the
the
gorge on the plateau.
Yeah,
It had to be
fascinating.
for defense, right? But how do you
How do you get to it?
get to it? How do you, unless everything is supplied on, like everything you need is on, like it's such a large plateau.
Oh, you know what we could do? Um,
Mm,
Plateau,
Google.
gorge, Arno River. Let's see what we pull up, huh?
Let me find the verse because I was reading on your phone and I can't, I don't even,
Man, it didn't like any of those words I used. How do you spell gorge?
Gorge.
Is that it?
Yes, I think. I thought it was verse 6. I thought because I tried to, and all the hill country, including the land. Nope, it's not verse 6. Why did I think that?
Okay, here you go.
What? Is that the plateau? No.
Yeah,
No.
it's all. It's not Arrower in the Arnon Gorge.
Where are we? That's not a plateau in the gorge, though.
Could
Where?
be
Where is this verse?
13:8 to 22, 13:16. This is the site of Arrower on the Arnon, and looking into the magnificent canyon, there is a large dam.
And a plateau
Here?
makes you think that it's raised up, right?
No,
No?
it's just a flat section. It's a plateau in the gorge. Gorge, flat. Right? Plateau doesn't, I don't have to be raised. At least it's not the highest thing. It's just
It
a flat
seems
section of
foolish
something.
to have a city in a gorge
I agree.
where
It's
water
very
could
confusing.
easily
Yeah.
flood and.
Reuben wasn't the brightest.
Mm.
Apparently, nor were his children.
Ah, I'm struggling.
All right, we're in 13. You're looking for the part of the Arnon Gorge.
No, well, it's listed like 3 times. I swear I
The
read it.
territory included Jazer and all the towns of Gilead, half the land from the Ammon, as far as the town of Aror, and the rest of Reuben extended from Heshbon into the valley, ran along, turned south. Their territory extended from Aror on the edge of the Arnon Gorge, including the town in the middle of the gorge, to the plain. It's verse 16. To the plain beyond Medeva. I don't see a plateau mentioned.
Oh, I just made that part up. Yeah, to the plain beyond. Oh, okay.
It's a different place and not a plateau.
Oh, I just, including the town in the middle of the gorge. On the plain. Hmm. Where's the gorge?
Israel.
Where is the. It's in
It's west of the Dead Sea.
west.
So,
What? No, it can't be west of the Dead Sea. That's not
it's
Reuben.
east of the Dead Sea. Sorry.
That's not Reuben's territory.
It's east of the Dead Sea.
But
I
near
am,
the river?
I am here.
I'm looking at their territory.
No, you're not here. Look,
Hmm.
right there.
Somewhere. Yeah.
What do you mean somewhere? There's a river. It's right there. It's a map. It's not somewhere. It's right there.
Yes, I know the river is the gorge, the whole length of. I mean, I guess it could be like the Grand Canyon.
Ah, that's probably a little extreme. They've dammed it up now, so there's no river there anymore. Um,
Oh, is that what you just saw? What you just put up there?
yeah, so this, I imagine, it doesn't actually say for sure,
Mm.
but I imagine that this is the channel that the Arno River ran down, and they've dammed it up to manage the water because clearly this place is starving for hydration.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, what do we take from this chapter? Chapters.
um, Listen to God and be patient. It might be 400 years, but eventually you get a new home. Don't fight with your siblings. Don't live with your siblings. At least spread out across the countryside a little bit. I can take all sorts of stuff from this.
Mm.
Uh,
I I found that first verse to be humorous.
First verse.
You are growing old.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Joshua was an old man. The Lord said to him, "You are growing old, and much of the land remains to be conquered."
I mean, what have you been doing all these years? Not working
Looking at
hard enough.
for every town we conquer, I got to go, you know, r- gather all the cats back in because they keep losing their minds every time I leave them alone for 10 minutes.
Mm.
I don't envy Joshua.
No,
He was a cool guy, but yikes, did his job suck.
there's good things to celebrate, good things to praise God about.
But he was old. Our verse this morning in Genesis said that Abram was a ripe old age.
I looked that up actually. The original says um uh, old age or gray, and it said different versions of
Great.
gray.
I have a ripe old beard then.
So ripe old age is just a translation, but
Yeah, I think it's trying to convey the tone that we see.
but it is interesting that they include the gray because I think I think Abraham lives for a long time even after Isaac, and because he has another wife and more children,
Yeah, it's busy.
Keturah and all their children. Well, I think this is just showing us God's fulfillment of his promise to Abraham.
Yeah,
Yeah,
God is faithful, and He's more patient than we are.
absolutely.
Well, I have hit
Well,
a, a, a brick wall from
yeah.
the day, and that's okay. Um,
Let's go run 2 miles. No, I had to go run 2 miles. Don't talk about walls.
um, I'll talk about walls. We're in Joshua. They come crumbling down.
That's right.
I've enjoyed our time.
Yep.
Let's
Let's-
pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this day and this opportunity to come and just spend some more time in your word. I feel like it's all we've done this week. It's been great, and we are grateful for it.
Mm.
May this bless somebody who needs it, and may we all grow a little bit deeper in our understanding and in our just general like awareness of what's happening in the Bible through this time together. May you use it to help us grow closer to you as well. Amen.
Amen.
Have a great week. Hopefully we will have one recorded for next week at some point.
Yeah, I think it. I don't have my
Don't
calendar.
look at your calendar right now. It's not necessary. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Share it with your friend, and we will see you next time.
Yes.
Adios.